It's the 8th of February 2024. We are saying good morning to you, all viewers watching us from different parts of the world. It's bystanders at newsstands, again on Flip TV. Of course, I'm Michael Adekunle. All right, still on the hardship in the land. Nigerians are facing hardship, and the present-day government is finding a lasting solution to these challenges. Quickly to what Daily Post is saying this morning on it. Let me quickly read out what the Nigeria Labour Congress and the Trade Union Congress are saying concerning the present day challenges we are being faced with. There's an ultimatum. Let me read it out. The Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, and the Trade Union Congress, TUC, have given the federal government notice of a nationwide strike effective in 14 days. I repeat, the Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, and the Trade Union Congress, TUC, have given the federal government notice of a nationwide strike effective in 14 days. Their complaint stems from the failure of the government to implement the 16-point agreement between organized labor NLC and TUC, that's the Trade Union Congress, at the federal government on October 2, 2023, that's last year. The leaders of the NLC and TUC have expressed concern that despite the diligent efforts of organized labor to promote harmony in the workplace, the government appears unaffected by the widespread suffering and hardship in the country. NLC and TUC, in a statement, lamented that it is regrettable that we are compelled to resort to such measures, but the persistent neglect of the welfare of citizens and Nigerian workers and the massive hardship leave us with no choice. All right, quickly to what the federal government is presently doing. The president is being proactive on resolving the issue of hunger in the land. The federal government on Thursday evening moved swiftly to address lingering issue of high cost of food items in the country with a directive for the immediate release of 102,000 metric tons of rice, maize, millet, and Garri from government reserves and stores of the rice millers to the Nigerian market. This was the high point of the 3-day-long meeting of the Special Presidential Committee on Emergency Food Intervention, headed by the Chief of Staff to the President, Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, which ended on Thursday evening at the state Abuja. Briefing newsmen after the meeting, Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, said while the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security will make available 42,000 metric tons of maize, millet, Garri, and other commodities, the rice millers, through their association, we also released 62,000 metric tons of rice from their reserves. His words, today's meeting was again on the issue of difficulty of putting food on the table of most Nigerians and has come up with a number of measures to ensure that food becomes more readily available to Nigerians. All right, quickly to the newspapers. I will read the headlines of a few newspapers here. We have many, but we'll be taking just a few. The blueprints. What's the blueprint saying this morning concerning uh, the hardship in the land as NLC issues federal government's 14-day ultimatum? As NLC issues federal government 14-day ultimatum, Tinubu orders release of 102,000 metric tons of food items. So the next one, Nigerian News Direct. Nigerian News Direct, what do we have there? Organized labor talk stuff, issues 2-week ultimatum over economic downtown. Organized labor talk stuff, issues 2-week ultimatum over economic downtown. So the next one, we have this Nigeria. What was this Nigeria saying at the newsstand this morning? Blame Buhari's government for current hardship, say northern leaders. Blame Buhari's government for current hardship, say northern leaders. Consult Okonjo Iweala, additional orders. Ohaneze urges Tinubu. Addressing rising food prices, fix, not quick fix. That's what next year. Saying here, federal government considers food import if hunger lingers. Down the paper, NLC TUC issue 14 days ultimatum to address worsening economy. Come, let's discuss. Federal government woos labor. Daily Trust newspaper, the front page, boldly written there. Imams, bishops to government, provide food security to poor at grassroots. Provide food security to poor at grassroots. Fresh protest in Kano, labor issues, strike ultimatum. Fresh protest in Kano, that's fresh protest in Kano. Nigeria Labour Congress issues, strike ultimatum. Niger government apologizes over arrest of protesting women. To the Salient Times, what the Salient Times saying this morning? Federal government orders immediate release of 102,000 metric tons of rice, maize. Don't let us go beyond this. We have different newspapers here. Like I said, Lucky is here this morning.
Yeah, good morning, my brother.
How are you doing?
So early, thank God. Thank God for waking up this morning. And I want to thank the viewer who are still sleeping, waking up. Wake up, God bless you. Good morning, brothers and sisters who are watching me all over the world. May God bless you, you live long. Thank you, Oga Mike.
All right, you're
Thank
welcome.
you for today. Yeah.
You're welcome.
What are the latest?
Latest concerning the hardship in the land, and the federal government has made a move as regards that. And presently, about 102,000 metric tons of grains are being released by the federal government. But Nigerians are asking questions. Hope this will not, look like that time the federal government ordered palliative to be distributed to Nigerians, and at the end of the day, there was no result as regards that.
You see, the problem we have is that, yes, bringing 100 tons of maize and other things is still going to fall in the hand of the politicians, to local governments, the party leaders. If you check the palliative, I remember when they brought out some food. If you don't have APC card, they can't give you food. Some of them, local government were selling yam, selling rice, 3,000, 5,000, 2,000 to the people, which is very, very wrong. That is not the solution. Solution is that, please, I sent some message to you. Some of this market women, what they're complaining.
They were crying.
I send it to you.
Yeah.
And I send those messages to some of our viewers in abroad. The only thing, open border. Our border, he said you open border. Nothing is coming in. But you open border, just 1 month, close it. Rice will come in. The highest food we eat in Nigeria is rice. Garri, and other things. Allah food, they are not telling you, do roam my road. Or even light now. Nobody's complaining about light. Give us food to eat. When you eat, I listened to Onu of Ife yesterday. Was addressing some of these big leaders. Say people are hungry. People are angry. Now, how many of you can go to your local government and stay for just 3 hours. Your local government, without being kidnapped, without being teaching out your money to them for just 3 hours. He said people are angry. Give them food. We have this money. And people are hearing billion, billion, billion. They are not seeing anything. Tinubu should address that particular area. Look at protests everywhere. I told you why this protest is still coming down because of this, our nation's cup. That's it. I told you the only thing that unites Nigeria is football. And you can see the caliber people who are dying because of penalty.
Yeah,
People are dying. 4 people.
Yeah.
Somebody, a prominent man who is a political person, he died because of that penalty.
That's the people that we read in the
That's
news
the
that they died.
Yes. Some people
One
get
of
heart
the ones
attack.
that we don't know.
Yes, because of love of Nigeria. So, what are we talking about? Don't forget, Mike, I'll be crying of this. We are hungry. We are hungry. People will be laughing at me. Today, both the rich, poor are crying. They can no longer buy this anymore. So, the only thing is that bringing 100 meters, it can't work. It can't work. We will not see anything. The thing will still go to local government, to the party people. They will rather share it to the party people, or rather stock to their warehouse, governor's house, giving them, selling it to campaign. I get me. They said they are going to share money. Look for people BVN. Share, they didn't get, let people come, let everybody come here and say, I receive a lot of 5,000 naira. I receive a lot of 8,000 naira. Nothing like that. Let that, if you don't bring your APC card or PDP card, your local government, you get anything. That's it. So when people hear they release 100 tons of trailers of rice, the people, they know they have lose hope in this government. Even Buhari, who is there, Buhari have looted this country, looted everything. So Tinubu, bring minister to have a there. Bring advisor. Tinubu grow for grassroots, including Mushi or Lagos Island. You know what people are feeling. I remember Tinubu went to mosque. Is it not last year? Went to mosque. People say, hey, big power, we are hungry. Why can't you ask a question? You think we're happy? Just advisor deceiving you. Come out and listen. Or listen to Arise TV. Listen to, or call these medias. All the big media. Ask them what is happening. It made the food is not getting to them. Or what is happening. Because they are destroying your government. I get me. The advisors are okay. You say they should be patient. Look at cars. If you go to Lagos State, let me tell you, go to Lagos State houses, government house there, you see a lot of cars, new cars be parked. Buying weapons is not the solution. Why don't you use those money to import rice? Is there any crime? You say you should wait for farmer to farm. Farmer are not in the farm. They are at home. They can farm because of kidnapping. Import this food. When you import food, then you cannot make provision for this security. Before people can go to farm, you want people to die, people are dying. And you have to go to the street. But then people enter the street now before you know. They start destroying people's property. Or army will say, it's like we don't look at army and I saw it yesterday in social media. He has gone far all over the world. That my salary is 50,000 naira. And I want to travel to go and see my family. They asked me to pay 35,000 naira. Go and call 70,000 naira. And I mean, man, I learned the Minister of Defense came out and said, we have procedure. What is the procedure? Somebody is hungry, telling Nigerians that look, my salary is this. I said, what kind of procedure? We have a lot of them like that. Mike, Tinubu need to do something. People are hungry. And I've been saying it, I stand here to say it, that people are hungry. Now, it's getting clear to them. If Emir, all the Obas, all the kings, enough effect,
even the clerics,
everybody,
imams,
yes,
pastors,
check the old paper. See, but the time people to in the street now, there's another thing. So what is coming Nigeria now is that they are waiting for final. And I pray, as I said, that cup will come to Nigeria. Will come to Nigeria. Just a match, we unite, just one day.
The Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, TUC, Trade Union Congress, also giving the federal government 14-day ultimatum. And they've said that if the government refuses to do the needful on the hunger that has ravaged the land, they will go on strike. Are you support of TUC,
I don't trust
NLC?
I don't trust those people. They are the problem of this country too. Telling president to increase their salary, minimum wage. They are the problem. The president just focus on them. That I'm going to increase your salary. That's not the solution. The solution is that let the government deal with the whole thing, not focus on one section like labor. They are not helping us. They are not doing anything. They are just wasting their time. They are going to come. They are going to give it a God gave federal government 7 days to regulate prices of food and everything in Nigeria. And that's what is labor supposed to be done. Labor have been calling for strikes. So they striking for what? They are fighting for their own service. Nobody take labor serious anymore. That's why you see people protesting Nasarawa. And again, the worst is why are you arresting people who are protesting? When children are hungry, telling their father they are hungry, you are using cane to beat them. That's not the right thing. Tinubu, people know Tinubu as somebody who suffer, who pass through pain. Today you are there. Eh? You are traveling all over the world, setting everybody. My brother, let everybody sit down. The only solution is that you can't go to farm, you cannot farm, open border. It did not. If they close border for 1 year, I bet you this government will not sit on power. They will grow annoyed. But their border is open. Our border is not open. Federal government say our border is not open. Go there. Okay, go there. You see more than 1,000 customs. And any rice they seize, they will take it to the north to feed their people there. Ajikika. Now everybody's having it. So what I'm saying, Tinubu, listen to the people. Listen to the poor. Listen to the women, widows. They are hungry. Like I told you, children can't go to school. They can't go to school. My daughter, sit at home. I said, sit at home. If you go there, no money to pay school fees and house rent. Nothing. So now, people are come for kidnapping. Those that can't do it, armed robbers, they are going.
There is a statement by Amici Nwachukwu, Mr. Lucky, who controls Nigeria courts. Please, how many court orders has federal government ever obeyed?
They are the problem. That's it. That is it. Federal court giving federal government 7 days to implement. Garri, you see, what is paining me is that what can we do? Protest, you are arresting them. Judge are not doing this thing. Corruption everywhere. And you'll be getting billions. EFCC will tell you we recover this. Let them charge it. Hold on. Let me tell you, Benin, they don't have oil. Togo, they don't have oil. What they do, they import. Have you seen them cry for food? The best apple you are seeing here is Benin. Everything, Benin. Are they not surviving? Let the potato come for 1 year. Then you can arrange army, police to be in the bush, clear the bush before people can go to farm. That's the solution. Bringing metro down this thing, the people government, either PDPO, APCO, all of them will take this food to the state houses, share to the chairman, share to local government, councillor. Me and you will not tell I see anything. That is it. Tinubu should just other governor. Put this food aside, like here now. Bring trailer here in popular place like this. Let everybody line up, give them food. Do it many places. That is the best. By taking every turn to local government to governor, they will tell you they spend trillion with the Senate. So Tinubu, listen to the people. Widows, poor are crying that we need food. We are not asking for motor. We are not asking for road. We are not asking for light. We are asking for let's eat.
All right, thank you so much. Lucky, I really appreciate you for coming on board. Lucky, shout a big power. A big power.
A big power. But Mike, don't forget your promise. That cup is coming to Nigeria. The cup is coming here.
All right, no problem. Matthew, good morning once again. And it seems what's going on in Nigeria is hunger pandemic, and stomach infrastructure is what we need right now. We need to make sure that there is food in the land. Now, as much as the TUC and the Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC) have given ultimatum, 14-day ultimatum, that the government should fix the economy, especially in terms of providing food to the masses, or for the masses. We should also, don't you think at this point in time we should allow importation of food? We are encouraging our local production, we know that, and the president has ordered the release of 102,000 metric tons of grains. But will that go a long way? Don't you think we should allow importation? Don't forget that the federal government said if it lingers, it will allow importation of food products or produce. Sorry.
I've always been a proponent of let us open the border and allow this food to come in, particularly the semi-border. But let me tell you that I don't have confidence in the statement that came from federal government when they said they were going to release about 103 point something metric tons of grain. I don't believe it. Because the other time, when the federal government were looking for ways to cushion the effect of subsidy removal on gasoline on the vulnerable, and they said they were going to release 5 billion worth of grain to each state. As at the last count, we are aware that on record it was released. But in actual practice, I don't think any state got that. Even if they got it, I don't think it got to the vulnerable, the target audience. So my problem with the government in Nigeria is mismanagement of things like this. Yes, the president may mean well when they say let us release that quantity of grain, rice, and all that. But what is the guarantee that it will get to the target audience, the recipients, the targeted recipients? Just like we saw after COVID-19 lockdown, we started seeing warehouses where COVID-19 palliative were stored. There were instances where warehouses were broken, people started looting it, and it speaks volume of who are as a people. So I don't know how the government hope to manage it. It's a good thing if you are opening our strategic national reserve to solve the issue of food crisis. But the problem is, will it get to the people? With the privilege, some few privileged Nigerians who will be mandated with the responsibility of distributing it, not divert it, sell it, and get richer, as we have always seen. So I don't know how the government hope to manage it.
Now let me quickly move down to the comment section. We have Chuk saying that Bukwari, damaged whatever left of the Zoological Republic. Bukwari, okay, I think the former president Buhari is what he's trying to say there. That Buhari damaged whatever left of the Zoological Republic. I think I saw a story like that. That the person that caused all this crisis we are facing is the former president. Muhammadu Buhari. And
No. Let me quickly disagree with that. No, wait. Okay. Let me quickly disagree with that.
Okay.
The issue of Nigeria the way it is a failure of leadership right from the very day they started managing Nigeria. But let me tell you that this government knew if you are bringing in technocrats, experts to manage the financial sector of the economy, you would have known the impact of a policy before implementing it. I'll give you an instance. Jonathan initiated TSA, Treasury Single Account. Okonjo-Iweala advised that Tari do not implement it because of the effect it have on the economy. Everybody came in and gave a timeline. And according to the then Minister of Finance, Adeosun, after federal government mop up federal government fund in commercial banks under that policy, federal government realized 3.1 trillion. Before you knew it, Nigerian economy crashed. We went into recession. In the same vein, when you remove subsidy on gasoline, you know the effect it will have on the economy. At the same time, you are unifying naira at the official window. And federal government is telling us that you are going to make 4 trillion at the end of the year from that naira unification at the official window. This is the money they would have used to stabilize dollar. They would have used to regulate dollar at the official window. So they know where the problem is coming from. And you don't give what you don't have. We are not producing enough to sell to earn foreign exchange. The only way out of this quagmire is to earn more dollar. The only legitimate way to earn more dollar is to export and earn. And it's not even on record that federal government is making conscious efforts to diversifying this money that is being saved from subsidy removal on gasoline and this naira unification at official window, which is about 8 trillion. There's no conscious effort. We are not seeing any conscious effort from government to direct this money into production, into agriculture, so that we can start producing and start exporting. So I totally disagree with that person. Nigeria is an import-dependent economy. It is not a rocket science. We are not producing, and you cannot build something on nothing and expect it to stand. When this government started borrowing dollar to solve our dollar liquidity crisis, we said it here that it cannot work. It's not sustainable. How long do you continue to borrow dollar to solve our dollar liquidity? At the first instance, they borrowed about $3 billion from World Bank. It could not solve the problem. I think as at the last count, they borrowed about $10 billion. It's solving the problem. And now, at the point they started blaming Bureau de change operators. Before you knew it, they started blaming Nigerians that some people are holding dollar. Before you knew it, they gave banks order. They should release all the dollar they have in excess of what is allowed by CBN. And before you knew it, CBN governor, Kadoso, say the problem of solving dollar problem is everybody. Yeah. That at a point he was talking about attitudinal change, and that attitudinal change had to do with our mentality of how we spend dollar. You not tell a Nigerian who want to travel abroad for a greener pasture, who need forest to do the transaction, that I should stay behind because it should not put more pressure on the system to look for dollar. So I think the government should know the right thing to do. We are not producing here. We are not producing enough to earn foreign exchange. It is not a creation of this government that we are not producing. But when you know that we are not producing, you would have think twice before that policy. And another issue is, what is the guarantee that this money we are freeing from this double policy that is crashing the whole economy? What is the guarantee that it will be judiciously used? That's the question I come to ask. Because Nigerian politicians have been known to misappropriate funds. And it's not on record that anyone has been prosecuted, sentenced, and served jail term to act as a deterrent. See, the other time, 2 former governors that were sentenced for anti-graft related issues, Manu Buhari abused his prerogative of mercy as given to him by the Constitution. He pardoned them. So that would have acted as a deterrent to deter other governors from doing the same thing. So for me, I think the government should, one, because it will not be wise if I am talking and not providing solution. One, go back to the drawing board. They have said it have an issue that naira unification, that they will monitor it, they will look at it with a view of reviewing it. If they don't want to review it, they should aggressively diversify the economy into agriculture. In agriculture, there are immediate, medium, and long-term intervention that you can start reaping between now and 6 months, between now and 4 months, between now and 1 year, between now and 4 years, depending on the crop as the case may be. So if we are not doing that, because all we are hearing and not seeing, I say government is not doing enough publicity anyway, I have not seen any conscious effort to diversify the economy. So for me, the ball is in the court of the federal government. They need to diversify the economy. And again, the issue of power generation, distribution, and transmission need to be looked into. Look at all these discourse. Federal government entered into contractual agreement with them. They were supposed to inject money into those companies after acquiring them. Over the years, they refused to inject money, and that have made them to lack capacity to operate efficiently. I'll give you an instance. We do not transmit as much as we generate, and yet we are crying that we don't have electricity. At times, a distribution company will reject megawatts load coming from transmission company of Nigeria. with excuse that they don't have capacity to carry it. And megawatt electricity, you don't store it. As you receive, you distribute. And over the years, why did they fail to build capacity? And we have a regulator, National Electricity Regulatory Commission, that ought to ensure that they sanction them if they fail to do the needful. What are they doing? Why are they not sanctioning? If need be, why are they not revoking the agreement or contract of those disputes? So I think the government should, one, invest heavily into power value chain, and secondly, diversify the economy, majorly to agriculture and solid mineral.
Are you in support
And production
of Labour Congress wading into this matter, the hunger crisis in the land?
Labour Congress have no, they are not potent enough. They don't have they are like a toothless bulldog.
Wow.
Two things will be expected. One, federal government will invite them to Asuro, intimidate them, and they will chicken out. Or the second one is federal government will rush to National Industrial Court, secure an order, and compel them to suspend the strike indefinitely, and it ends there. So I don't have confidence in the ability of organized labor to engage federal government.
All right, thank you so much, Matthew. I appreciate you for coming on board. All right, Femi, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. White.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm fine, no.
All right, you come closer to the mic a bit. Closer to the mic.
Okay.
All right. Good to see you.
You too.
All right, we're talking about hunger pandemic. This is now a disease in the country now. We can barely eat 3 square meals in the country. I don't know if you are eating 5 square meals in Nigeria now.
Who dare do that? Even the riches are also crying now these days. So we are just praying to God that He should have mercy on us. He has had mercy on us. I think we are the people that refuse to have mercy on each other, on ourselves.
Now, can you break it down for us?
That's the problem.
Now, what do you mean?
You see, this country is blessed. Both mineral resources and fertile land. We are blessed. According to what we heard, Nigeria is even fertile more than a country that God said is flowing with milk and honey, which is land of Israel. But go to Israel, go and see what they are producing in terms of agriculture, and come to Nigeria, what we are doing. Nigeria, we have neglected agriculture in the past. Unfortunately, the issue of insecurity now make it worse. The issue of insecurity now make it worse. So there is no way there will be no hunger in the land when everybody has left the farm. Nobody in the farm again. The place, the food basket of the nation, which is Benue State, has been taken over by the terrorists. If you want to do farming, there is insecurity challenge. You have to pay money to some people that are not government, government under government. And it has been happening like that for so many years. There is no solution. This thing started when, I think we started feeling the heat when Jonathan was there. We couldn't do any tangible thing about it. Buhari came, our general, he couldn't do anything about it. Then Emilokan came, and we have another blow from the blow of Emilokan. That one is a one blow, 7 die. So there is no way there will be no hunger in the town. 2 things. Number 1, people have left the farm. Number 2 is this issue of dollarization. It causes inflation. And immediately you have inflation, it will affect everything. Some people will ask me, why will Garri also cost? Are we importing Garri? Are we using dollar to buy Garri? I say, don't you know? We don't import Garri, but what affects, whatever that affects this particular commodity, we also transfer to another one. Somebody that is planting cassava is buying fertilizer. So immediately something costs, fertilizer will also come. Even if you are using manual labor to do your work, you have to employ people. You have to pay people some wages. Go, even the new sites now, you call people to come and help you clean the environment. You know how much they cost. Let alone you now say you want to do acres of land. Or if you are now into mechanized farming, if you want to use tractor, you know how much they sell this now. Let's say you want to use, you are using mechanized farming. You know how much you have to put something inside that tractor. So all these things they work together and they accumulated into inflation, and that inflation will affect everything. If you want to rent house in Lagos State now, it's according to the dollar. One small room like this, they will say, don't you know what dollar is? Everywhere now. The one is
dollar.
if you see fufu, 100 naira fufu, it's like egg.
As if we import fufu.
As if you import fufu. So there is no way.
But don't forget that fuel hike is one of the factors that is
That's what I'm saying now. Okay, that fufu you are looking at, they will do it at Ogun State. They use one big caster to carry it to Lagos State. It is diesel they will buy. They put inside that thing. Even sometimes they use machine to process those things. It is diesel they use, and somebody that is selling it is also living on it. So he will now sell his own fufu cheaply. Then when he want to buy rice, they say he should go and bring his head and remain the neck. So that's just issue. There is no way it will not affect everybody. So it's not surprising. They have been foreseeing this thing that Nigeria should prepare for hunger because people are no longer have chance to farm. Go to Benue State, this state, Borno, they have fast land there where people can farm. So I hear of recent, they even killed one monarch on his farm. A monarch go to farm in Kogi State and he was murdered there. So why won't the subject be there that what make them to kill our king? Me. That's right.
Yeah, that's it.
Then your head is not safe.
And that's why I said sometimes ago that there is food insecurity in the country. Situation whereby farmers cannot even go to farm.
They cannot go to farm.
Very,
very unfortunate.
Nobody wants to risk.
They cannot go to farm.
Nobody.
They cannot go to farm.
Now, do you trust Labour on this issue? Labour.
I don't trust Labour any longer.
Ultimatum.
I don't trust Labour any longer because even the Labour, actually, I don't know what they're asking for federal government now. I don't know because federal government said they have agreements with them. I don't know what they agree with them. It seems maybe the increment, of salary or whatever.
Increment of salary. So, providing solutions to this hunger. In the land.
In fact, I don't trust Labour. I don't trust our government because even this, our Imilokan president, I supported him in 2023. But the way I'm seeing things, when they first removed subsidy, one of the promises that Baba gave us was that they will bring this thing, big buses. You remember now? Like, I don't know, maybe 3,000 pieces CNG. Even if we will not solve our problem, but we have not seen it surface. We have not even seen. Do you know what is paining me about this government? Okay. Now, there is inflation of everything. And we, masses, we are trying to endure. But while we are even trying to endure, we have not seen, me personally, have not seen a little step taken by this government to ameliorate this thing or embark on a particular project that we will say, well, they are suffering. Visible, yes, that they have initiated maybe a particular project. Like from here to Abeokuta, the road is so bad. People that are bringing fufu from Abeokuta, you know what they will pass through when you want to pass through here. They have not seen, since, I don't know, maybe I'm not current, so this Defi, my Minister for Work and Housing, I have not heard anything tangible from him that maybe they started one particular road project, or the only what we hear is, and this is 8 months. 8 months is not small. People think that it just started. 8 months out of 4 years. Go and check the percentage. It's not small enough. Before you come, now we are in dry season now. You have not do anything. When the rain comes, they will say it is rain that disturb them. I've not seen them do anything. If they say, okay, we are buying Garri 2004, we know that there are some price of things that are seasonal. Like Garri now, we are in dry season. To uproot Garri, everybody know it acts. There are price of palm oil cannot be stable. Price of Garri cannot be stable. It's up and down. We all know that one. We all know that one. But I've not seen any complaint, and at least even any important one little just show me sign that you are going to perform. I've not seen it. I'm disappointed.
All right, thank you so much, Femi. I appreciate you for coming on board. All right, David, good morning to you.
Good morning to you, Mr. Michael Rekule.
You're welcome once again. Let me quickly read this comment by Amechi Nwachukwu before we move further. God has blessed us with human and material resources. Can we borrow the system in Super Eagles team? Let's support a credible candidate and avoid tribalism.
That's I believe what she said or what he said is a very good words to encourage Nigerians. We saw the unity when Nigerian played on Wednesday. The vice president said something. Shetima. He said he saw that Nigerians came out and supported a one Nigeria, irrespective of their tribal sentiment, irrespective of their religion, irrespective of whatsoever affiliation differences we had. Now he wants that spirit to continue in us. But one thing I want to tell the vice president is that irrespective of that, Nigerians are not stupid. Nigerians are not gullible. If the government is doing the needful, we would always applaud them. I told you, irrespective of any government, be it Hausa man, if it's as long as Hausa man can make this country better, my brother, I will support him. If it's an Igbo man that can bring, that can fix this country, my brother, I will support him. If it's an Ibira man that will fix this country, I will support him. My own cause is that Nigeria should be a better place. I'm not in for any Naibo they do am, like Calabar go do am. You see, abroad, there's nothing like say you are from this local government, you are from Alaska, you are from Illinois, you are from Colorado, you are from Chicago, you are from California, you are from Arizona. Nothing like that. Americans stand for unity of the country and for the progress of the country. But see, it is because of these stupid politicians that are wanting sentiment and then tribal sentiment. This one able, this one and this one, that one and so on. That is the problem we are having in this country today. You saw what happened during on Wednesday. Nigerians came out and supported Super Eagles. Some persons were even coming out to attack us. That's can't you say that Nigeria is still suffering? We are supporting Super Eagles. I went to his Twitter handle. I said, sir, you are stupid. Football and governance is two different things. It's two different things. So we need to support these guys. These guys are not in office. These guys are not custodian of Nigerian economy. They are not the one piloting our economy. So these are two different things. If football that day they give us joy, at least for that 90 minutes, we don't know say Nigeria bad. We don't know say road no good. We don't know say after the match we go continue. But at that point, maybe we still happy. At that point, let's still be cheerful. Let's see fight with them that at least these guys are making us proud. So my take is that you saw before the match, Ivory Bafana said Nigerians we are generator republic. It is not our fault. It is fault of the government. It's just because the government has been so insensitive to things.
That's a big disgrace.
Despite this mockery, government will not even open their ears for South Africa that was got independent in I think 1996 or 1994, mocking
calling us the generator republic.
Now, when our national anthem was when it was being raised, generator was just to draw gem, calling us generator republic. And the vice president saw it. He was there. He said, these are the things government need to come back and then address these issues. Enough is enough. How can you stay in the country for how many years of independence, decade? We are still there is no constant power. There is no constant power. All what we do is to buy fuel, get generator. For how long? How long can we continue this way? The government on their own need to be on their toes to avoid all this nonsense.
We have on this day Nigeria, a story here. Okay, blame Buhari's government for current hardship. That's what our northern leaders are saying. We should blame Buhari for this current hardship. And we have the Oneze saying something here. Consult Okonjo Iweala, Adesina, others. That's what Oneze
Mr. Mike,
urging the president consult these people. I
One
think
person.
Okonjo-Iweala did well. I think that should be during Jonathan's era, right? Okay, you can continue.
I have always said this here, time is our number. That President Bola Ahmed Tinubu need to drop his ego, need to drop his pride. Call the likes of OBJ, call Jonathan. How did you do this economy? Despite then, there was subsidy. How were you able to manage this economy then? That dollar did not rise above 200, 150. Despite then, he did not shut the borders. Things were coming in. How was it? See, this is not about being a guru. You cannot be always. He cannot be a guru. Tinubu should drop that ego now. This is about averting the death of Nigerians on the streets. That OBJ, how did you do it? Call them, and then if these men did not honor your invitation, Nigerians will drag them out. That please, this let us forget about sentiments now. Forget political party or political affiliation. Call these men. How you guys were able to manage the economy? Call Okonjo-Iweala, sit them all around the table. Let them give you economic advice. I've told you, Mr. Mike, Tinubu always rely on the old folks, you know. Governance has moved beyond the line of people he worked with 20 years ago. I told you, working with Wale Edu was the commissioner of finance in Lagos State. Does not mean Wale Edu will replicate the same thing at the federal level.
Just like Fashola.
Times have changed. You need to know about international monetary policy. What is happening? Probably these guys are not on ground now. The world has changed. The world has evolved. I told you, working with Wale Edu 20 years, Wale Edu might have achieved know how to control Lagos.
But the state is different from federal.
The state is different from federal.
This is a country, not a state.
Now, I believe when he came on board, he knows that Nigerians has many competent people who can manage the economy. They are in diaspora, competent people. Why don't you speak to any of them? Speak to Okonjo-Iweala. This is your field. Even if you are not chance to come and work with me now, recommend someone you know that can drive the
economy forward.
You know, it's a feed. When you bring in Wale Edu now, what has changed now? Wale Edu is not Kadoso Wale Edu is not telling us that see this dollar for us to bring it down. It is not the collective effort of every Nigerians. Now my feed and your feed. You don't have to come here and ask people something. My own feed now to come here and know what it happened.
Analyze.
My own have to tell government, say government, I must chop today. Government must bring in investors. Government must fix road. Government must do power. How you want to derive that? None of my business. That is your own job. Because you claim you can do it. When you said Emiloko, you should have known that office is not a child's play. You should have known that office has been bastardized. So stop telling Nigerians to have patience. Because Nigerians will no longer have patience. The refinery, since December, you go work. February never finish, so nothing on the sub. Now, we were here on this platform when I condemned president going to Egypt to borrow dollar just to subsidize forex. I queried that thing, but some of my bros, like some Mr. Nee and them, Mr. Akule said, I know nothing about the monetary policy. How long would the government continue to borrow forex just to subsidize it? These are things government need to check, put in place. My brother, for us to have a viable economy, it is simple, not be magic. See, we get the rest of Babadebo here, MFM, pastors, why dollar never come down?
With all their prayers.
Babadebo said it in that December. He said Naira will be stronger than dollar. 2 months after now, what happened? The verse is the case. There are some things prayer will not solve. Like pray. If truly prayer solve everything, Nigerians would have been better than US. Because every day we go church, Monday to Sunday, we go church. But China that does not go to church, the economy is very buoyant, viable compared to ours. But check from this Agege to this Ogba to Agege, you will not find any industries. But see, you can find 50 churches here. and you want the economy to be better. It will not be better. You like pray. Let all the old angels come down here. Government need to start thinking outside the box and start building industries. That is the only way you can drive a viable economy. Invest in your power, energy. Let there be constant power supply.
David, whether we like it or not, the 102,000 metric tons of grains, you know, I think it's part of what, let me say palliative, a part of palliative to cushion the effects of this hunger we have in the land now. Do you think it will go a long way in solving the hunger crisis that is in Nigeria? And don't you think the government should open door for importation?
You said it lastly that doors of importation should be open. The one Tinubu gave to cushion the effects, when he announced the first subsidy number, how many governors heard it? Did you see any traces of the food? I didn't get out of the food. Did you get? I don't know, probably got. So I think the best thing is that government, Tinubu knows that these governors themselves are also saboteurs. Governors themselves are saboteurs. The federal government will release palliative to be shared in their different states. The governors would also hoard these foods. So I believe government should know that president should know that these guys are not ready to help my government. Rather, they are bent to destroy my government. So the best thing for him is to open doors for importation. Let Nigerians import, because the food we have cannot be sustainable. So Nigerians on the streets. Don't forget that insecurity is also a major challenge, whereby farmers cannot go to farm. And don't forget that the same Buhari government gave farmers money, farmers to go to farm. The same farmers in the north use the money to get married. If under Buhari government, when loans were being given to farmers to go and cultivate food, then when Nigerians were lamenting hunger again, Buhari gave them money. Farmers, that week, you saw farmers wearing kaftan to marry 7 girls, 8 girls in the north. There was a massive word in there, because they don't say that government money, government no go ask them again. So I want to appeal to the president. If you want to embark on such policy, he should take records of people, he will give the money. But rather than giving the state government foods, why don't you should open borders? Let the food come in, so that we know, at least with the little stipend we have, we can purchase this food. But giving it is like you giving something to a devil. Devil no go give you the thing now. The government are devil. They are the middleman. They are the middlemen. You know, this food will not get to the common man on the streets. They are better say further. But one thing I want to say is that the government themselves should fix our refinery for how many months they use work. Nothing we don't see. Dollar now go enter 2,000 next week now. Everybody go here. They shout. People when they sing on your mandate, none of them they shout on your mandate again. Let them they pay them. People shout, screaming on your mandate. Nobody is standing on the mandate now. Everybody is standing on what? Hunger. On your hunger, we shall stand now. No, nobody can sing it. Go to local government now. Nobody is singing again. Go to local government. Nobody is singing Jagaban. On your mandate, we shall stand again. Go to Abuja. Hunger don't want. See, hunger good though. You go sing your throat. You don't go sing again. Nobody don't chop. You go sing on your mandate, we shall stand. On your hunger don't bend everybody neck now. Nobody they sing that song again. You know the reality now. I have a friend in presidency that we serve together. He works in the minister of he works. Yes. He works in the office of the president. He was telling me, Musa, he was telling me that this government is the worst government ever. Now, Buhari said something. He said, see, when I leave, Nigeria will miss me.
Nobody's missing him.
Nigerians, in some essence, and I'm missing Buhari to some extent.
Nobody. Listen, please.
Okay.
I don't want to interrupt him.
Okay.
Nobody is missing Buhari.
Nobody's missing Buhari.
They are all the same. APC is APC. Nobody is missing them.
But Sadadi, but that is to some
But
extent,
are you not feeling the heat?
it's very not government not that fair
listen,
compared to this study.
me, somebody like me, I don't even mention his name. Anybody that does not do well, I prefer to ignore his name, anything about him.
Okay.
So nobody's missing him. Bye bye, bye bye. If all of them can be going like that.
So all of this present administration, are you feeling the heat that is out there? That is outside now. Are you feeling the heat?
Nigeria is like, it's as if they kidnap Nigeria. They just kidnap Nigeria and cage them.
Nigerians or Nigeria.
You suffer, you don't talk. You grow, you suffer, and die without saying a word. Like as my brother said, hunger is torturing everybody, and nobody can even speak out. Because if you mess up, bomb and bullet is waiting for you. The country is a kidnap. We are in the hand of, I don't know if somebody can complete it.
But you said Buhari said you said it that if he leaves the country, the power or the seat of power, you will miss him. But aren't you partially missing the former president?
I can't miss him. I don't miss any APC member. I don't even. I don't know what I was saying. I don't miss him.
But
Mr. Mike, this present administration step into the shoes of the former administration.
But I heard them say that they will continue where Buhari stopped.
They are continuing from.
That's what they say. So where is the change? But okay, but they are among the leaders. They are the people who and have changed it. Everybody has seen the change. Nobody, even to drink Garri, has become very difficult. It's a change. It's a change. Anyway, that you can feel separated from the beginning. Right from the beginning. I said from the beginning of the other one, called nobody's seen it. So the thing is that where is hope?
Do you have any future?
I think before seeing the future, you must eat very well. Feed the stomach. When you have eaten, then you expect that things will, the future. But you are not eating at all. No food. People are dying for hunger. Come and see Nigeria. Go to any embassy. Nigerian people. If you have American visa, the family will celebrate. Nigerians are running here, that's scattered. Other countries are asking if there is war in Nigeria. But there is war, what is in the place? Not a war. So where is the hope? The hope is that if you succeed to run away, you respect. But here, if there is hope, maybe it's all of them that are up there. Hope that, as senators have their new cars and
Come on. I shall see. You guys are starting to bring back our girls. It is now they need to bring back our Nigeria. Instead of it, is it not coming on doing a program on YouTube? Not that one before Nigeria now. That same energy she put to 2012 to blackmail not and them. Transfer that when you sell it now and come out of the streets. Me, I am ready to follow. It is not about putting the child now. It is now Nigeria needs that to bring back our Nigeria. We need that massive movement now bring back our Nigeria. That we used to know. This is Nigeria we what emphasize to have. This kind of Nigeria as a young man while growing up. This is not what I dreamt of. That at a man of 30 years could still be living with his parents. Some Nigerians who are even above 30 years, you have them. This cutting, this is not the Nigerians we dreamed of. But now we want her to lead the process. I have promised myself I will also follow her. Aisha Yusufu, if she's watching this program, she should stop that YouTube program she's doing. She should come on
the streets.
Let us protect, because she was being paid that time to blackmail Jonathan. When Jonathan wanted to do the needful, just because of the greed, selfishness, self-centered. Now she's now apologizing, and now we cannot rewind the ends of the clock back.
All right, thank you so much, David. I really appreciate you for coming on board. Okay, Robert Uche, I think the sound is okay now. You can hear us clearly over there. Our mobile is here this morning saying Flip Tinubu said he will with Buhari legacies to you guys. Oh, something okay. I don't. Okay, maybe we'll continue from where Buhari stopped. That's what Omoba is trying to say. Chimaeze, ewere mi saying Flip TV, ebi n pa wa o, ẹgbà mi o, èmi ló kàn United come and share Garri, Pepper and Àgbàdo. That's what ewere is saying. We have some other people commenting on the platform. Thank you so much, everyone, for participating on the program. Good morning to you. How you doing?
Good morning.
All right, hunger pandemic and the protests in Niger State, Kano, I think this state as well, has triggered the government, move them from their comfort zone to attend to the situation.
This one no get sense.
Qualities are distributed the last year. Many Nigerians that I said it starts to get pushing the effect of this hunger we are presently facing.
Thank you for having me. So this morning I'm going to be a little bit an economist, and I'm going to be a pro-Nigerian. A Nigerian that doesn't want short-term solution, a Nigerian that wants long-term solution, right? And thankfully, I still have this man right behind me. Okay, I have a question. When Nigeria used to farm, I'm sure you were pretty young, probably in the 80s and in the 90s, right? When Nigeria used to farm, when our men and women still derive the joy to go to farm what they eat, was importation of food, was it prevalent? Please answer that.
The population is increasing every day, and the world is developing every day.
No.
What you call farming time
No.
is
It's
not
a
farming
simple
of today.
question. It's a simple question.
I'm answering.
No. It's a simple question. I said,
answering.
was importation of food, was it prevalent? I am talking about the 70s and the 80s, right? Was importation of food, was it prevalent?
Can I answer you?
It's a yes or no
By
question.
saying this, I was a very small boy when I was going past a farm. A father asked me, "Why are you outside when others are in the farm?" I asked him, "Is there any farm around?" When I asked him that question, he was in the farm. I said, "Is there any farmer around?" He said, "What are we doing?" I said, "You are not farming." Father, I answered the man, "You farm every year, but every year you buy the same yam in the market because you don't have it. The same cocoa yam you farm, you buy it every year. So, being a farmer today, you have to be a farmer. The farmer of that time is not the farmer of today.
All right.
The population of that time is not the population of today."
Okay. Mr. Mike, I'm trying to be circumspect, right?
we must come to a realization that whatever we are suffering today is as a result of cumulated failures right from our past, right? I don't want to sound too serious on this platform, because as a Nigerian, you must ask yourself a simple question: that have we sincerely been doing what we ought to? Let me tell you, everybody hates Buhari, but what Buhari came to do was the right thing. Buhari told us the fact that we needed to farm. But you know what people said? People said, no, open the borders. There's a question I have for you, Mr. Mike. If you knew that the booker next door with 500 naira, that booker, if I go there, I will eat morning and afternoon. But if you give your wife that 500 naira, it will only give you morning meal. Would you ever give your wife 500 naira? But as a family, is it not more safer for you to eat your wife's food? Would it not bring more development to your family? Now, that is the problem. We Nigerians have become so freaking lazy. Why? Let me tell you why. Let me just tell you why. Because we had cheap dollar.
Lazy.
Because we had cheap dollar. Let me tell you, a David that I call rice and beans economist is saying that Cardoso is the worst CBN simply because dollar has ceased to be subsidized. When dollar was subsidized, nobody cared to go to farm and go to the bush to farm for yam, rice.
Kind man be this now.
As I'm 3 years old, one naira was 3 cents. Right? I'm telling you what killed our family habits, right? 3, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, one naira was 3 sefa. And you know the Nigerians, they farm beans. The Nigerians, they what? They are into animals husbandry. That means they rear animals, goats, she goats, cow. So the question I ask myself is, if my one naira can buy three, let us say for example now, one bag of rice is 1 naira in Nigeria here. But because my 1 naira is way valuable in Niger, that means my 1 naira can buy 2 bags of beans. Why would I take the effort? Why would I rather waste my time that I want to plant beans here when I know that if I go to Niger, I'll buy 2 bags of beans and I'll come back here and I'll sell it for the worth of 4 bags. So the economy became in overhaul, it became a system of racketeering. We must come to terms that, yes, that thing was supposed to be for a short period of time. Right? They said that let us subsidize dollar for a short period of time so that our manufacturers, our industrialists, our farmers can import inputs. But we did not import inputs. What we're importing was output. What we were supposed to import with the cheap dollar was machineries to set up the factories here. This is what China did. This is what Vietnam did. This is what Singapore did. This is what Malaysia did. This is what all these countries are. We come here every day to say, I want to be like them. I want to be like them. Today, Indonesia their currency is as valued as anything. Right? Their minimum wage in Indonesia, if I'm not mistaken, is around maybe 10 million rupees. But because they have been able to industrialize themselves, the problem Buhari had is it cannot communicate. And the problem is, let me tell you, when you are intelligent, when you can write exam and pass, but you cannot pass that knowledge. And this is the problem we've had in this country, whereby the rich men, the people who are brilliant, they lack that capacity to pass knowledge down. I understand that the hardship is out there. But do you know that if the border is reopened, Nigerians will say that don't close that border ever again. And nobody will go to farm because the question is the import that is coming, for as long that the import is cheap. Why do you think France is protesting? France is protesting against Emmanuel Macron today, telling him that you cannot be importing cheap tomato from Sweden. We are a rich country, right? And what we are producing. But if you are importing that cheap tomato, you are importing that cheap grains. This is what it means. It simply means that our people will now start buying the cheap grains and tomato of Ukraine, leaving us behind with the French farmers. At the end of the day, we ourselves, instead of us going outside the market, we will now turn to importers. This is why Nigeria today, Nigeria is a desk, a den of importation. They call it a dumping ground. And this is why sometimes I get angry with my Igbo friends. I tell you that importation is not industrialization. You are just simply a middleman. You don't even have the technical know-how to create a fabric.
No,
You get my point? So yes, yes, people need to see. We have had serious failures of articulation. Buhari lacked that articulation. Tinubu today is looking like someone who doesn't have the sense to carry people on that vision. There's a vision Lee Kuan Yew sold to the Singaporeans when he started the revolution. He told them that yes, we need to go back and farm and do so many things. Because people were so used to importation. People want ready-made. People are not ready to build. That's why I said that Nigerians are lazy. We want ready-made.
Information.
Okay.
Please, I am always, I don't know, I'm not always happy when somebody say that Nigerians are lazy. Somebody, a citizen of Israel, said that Nigerians are the only people who can work from morning till night.
You are slaving
with
yourself.
a smiling face.
You are slaving yourself, my brother.
Excuse me, we are not
My
fighting.
uncle,
We are
my
not
uncle. No. Let me tell you. I don't
down.
want you to remain in that cocoon of self.
You have said your
Wait,
opinion.
wait.
Allow
Can you
me.
let him speak?
No.
Let me.
No.
Wait, can
I
you
want
That's
people
another
to
one.
understand
That's
something.
another one.
No, Mike.
Another dictatorship.
I want
Can you-
people
That's
to
another
understand
one.
something
Can
that
you hold on?
Nigerians.
I-
Let me
you
tell
want
you,
to-
if you
want
are
to catch
not
me?
lazy,
Niyi, can you calm
as
down?
a
Calm
citizen,
down. Calm
you
down.
would
Can you
have
calm down a bit?
Don't
Can you
catch
calm
me.
down?
at the
Can you
first,
allow him
at
speak?
the
Can you-
first, because
please,
Nigerians will go and save their life in a
That's-
functioning economy rather than take the effort to let us fix
I
our
understand
nation.
what you're saying.
Thank you
Can
very
allow him
much,
speak?
my friend.
He says Israelite,
thank
and
you.
Israelite tell you that you can work.
Excuse
You are
me.
slaving yourself for what, 24
Thank you.
hours, but you are taking that as a credit.
Just
I
hold
want
on,
to thank
hold on,
you.
Hold on, Niyi. All right.
I want to thank you. You have presented the habit we are fighting against. You see how you want to dictate me, you want to cage me, you don't want me to say out my opinion.
You are free. You are free to express
Okay,
yourself.
thank you. So I said, an Israelite said that Nigerians are the only people who can work from morning till night with smiling face. You don't have many people like that. See them being utilized by Chinese, and they pay them token 35,000, 45,000, 55,000, 70,000. When they will buy a cup of rice, 1,200, and they still trek to go and serve Chinese. After serving them, they will take that peanut and go and manage themselves. And somebody open mouth and say Nigerians are lazy. They know Nigerians all over the world as a hard-working people. Please, Nigerians are not lazy. If there are some lazy Nigerians, there is no rule without exception. I believe there may be lazy Nigerians. You can't tell me that those people that are riding keke outside, 3.5 million, a person will buy keke, 2.2 million, and he will give to a person for higher purchase, 3.5 million, and the human being will drive from 5 o'clock till 11 or 9 in the night. and still be himself. And when he comes down, you say, lazy man, you're welcome. No, lazy Nigeria, no. See you journalists, see what you are doing. I'm seeing you standing here. You have stood here for very long time and you don't look for any chair. And sometimes I don't know if you will rest. Nigerian work and work and rework.
Please, if I may continue my
excuse me,
session, please.
slavery. You know, the
If I may continue my
slavery.
session, please.
When in the past, slaves were working for 16 hours. But I check in Nigeria, Nigerians are working more than 18 hours. Let me tell you, there was a man who come from work one day with all the hold up, and he wanted to rest. He just want to iron his clothes and rest. When he look at the wristwatch, he see that it is already 3 o'clock. So very soon we have to move again. And you are telling me such people are lazy. Don't you see them in the football? When a person finished to play, they took him to verify if he took something else. He told them, no, I'm a Nigerian. Nigerians are lazy. Who is lazy? Is it, do you want to tell me that, okay, maybe, I don't know. I don't want to offend anybody. But I just want to say, Nigerians have never been lazy. 60 years, Nigerian is still working. 70 years, a Nigerian man is still working. 80 years, still work and overwork.
All right, thank you, sir.
No salary, that's what we are talking about.
All right.
Let me tell you, I'm not talking to have an appointment. There are people who come here because they want to please a party. They want to please people so that they can call them for one thing or the other. Please, let us be careful.
All right. All right, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Malik, all right. Lee, you can continue. Sorry.
All right. As you can see,
Can we move to another topic?
you want me to
Okay,
move to another
okay,
topic.
Okay, you have any? You have
Well,
anything to
well,
add to
well,
what
well, well.
you said?
It's a shame, and it's a mentality that has been instilled on all Nigerians that having it easy is the best way. By the way, right? I can tell you, Nigerians are not builders. Nigerians are just users. Let me tell you, he said something that is so shameful. He said Nigerians during the era of slave trade, Nigerians were tagged as the most, you know, optimized, the most hardworking slave, right? He said if other slaves were working for 12 hours, Nigerian will work for 19 hours. Let me tell you, let me tell you, let me tell you, let me tell you, let me tell you. I have listened to some people commenting nonsense in the comment section, saying that, do I have a farm? That how much have people paid for ransom? You people do not understand what your personal Lord and Savior Peter B was saying when he said, no sound.
No, continue.
Okay. When he said that Nigeria will move from consumption to production. When he said that we needed to go back to farm. Okay, you think Obi will say go back to farm and he will leave the border open? You must be the joke of the era. You must be the biggest. I mean, you must be someone who has lost his senses. If someone comes to tell you, let us go back to farm, we need to move from consumption to production, do you think he will leave the border open? Let me tell you, the failure of this administration and the past administration is their inability to articulate and let people see that this is the direction. Your pastor or your afar has that continuous ability to tie you down, to brainwash you, to collect your tithe on offering every Sunday because he articulates his message the way you like it.
Now that hunger is killing Nigerians.
Now that hunger is killing Nigeria, the question is, we have food, but the middlemen are hoarding it and they are taking advantage of it. And I don't blame them because the government has failed to create what we call commodity exchange board. Commodity exchange board should serve as the middleman between farmer and end users. The commodity exchange board is where they buy food from the farmers, they keep it in the grain reserve. It is what it is. It is what it is.
Mike, you must ask me, okay? How can farmers go to farm No security in Nigeria. Farms
Omoba,
security.
Omoba,
The government can't
Omoba,
provide
Omoba,
security, so they
Omoba,
should go
you
to
be
farm and be kidnapped.
Omoba, be sincere with yourself, right? In the southwestern states, in the southeastern states, most especially in the south, is there insecurity in the farm? How many people are farming there? That's by the way. That's how many people are farming right there. With the people that we know that farms are the northerners. Unless you want to be disingenuous.
What of in the middle belt? It happened.
Middle belt, I did not categorize as northerners. I did not. I did not.
Don't forget.
I
Don't
did
forget
not.
Ondo
I
State.
did not categorize as north central.
During the era of Akeredolu, don't forget.
Now, my question to you is: as at 10 years ago, 12 years ago, 13 years ago, 14 years ago, let us say there was security, right? Since 1999 to maybe 2011, 2012, how many farm produce? Was it not people importing turkey from Benin Republic? Have you forgotten that they will import turkey from? What did we have? Have you forgotten the era of rubber rice? Everybody were importing rice. Meanwhile, we had the potentials. The person that brought that awareness was that, guys, you guys can actually go into farming. Let me tell you, the highest level of investment that we had in agriculture was under Buhari. But Buhari is failure to articulate things. That's his problem. I'm not his spokesperson. Sorry, sir. Right? We had only had a potential in Abakaliki rice. But Abakaliki rice was killed because my brother will go to China, will go to Singapore, will go to India and import rice. So why would I be a farmer and waste my time and farm in Abakaliki? So, I mean, that said, right? I mean, we can go to another thing, but people can continue to deceive themselves. I said France is fighting today to buy food from Sweden, and Ukraine is cheaper. But France is saying that they are fighting their government. Don't start importing cheap rice. Do you want to send us to become importers?
Okay, sorry.
That's the
the
case.
line. Chima. Chima, good morning. You can switch on your phone. All right.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Michael Adegul. Good morning, Mr. Lee, Ekaro. Please, this morning, honestly, you are not making any point. You are talking zigzag from bush to bush. You are not just making point, my brother. How can you come out here as a youth and you call Nigerians lazy? Honestly, sometimes some of you, your submissions marvels me a lot. I can tell you here that I have traveled to not less than at least 50 countries of the world, Mr. Lee. No country, I mean when I say no country, no citizens of these countries can endure what Nigerians have endured so far and what they are still enduring. Nigerian citizens are the most, if not the highest people that struggles around in the world. Honestly, let me tell you the truth. As a citizen of a country, you don't need to suffer yourself like a Nigerian before you can put food in your mouth.
Udeze, stop saying these words.
Why there's no food in the country? There's no food in the country because there's no security. The people that are producing food in Nigeria, they have no more security. They don't have the normal ground to go and do their normal job like they do safely. If you go to the farm to farm, they will kidnap you and demand ransom. And your government cannot come to your aid even. They don't care. Most of these farmers have been beheaded. Most of them have died without the government coming to their aid. And you still want them to go back to the farm. Over here in Europe, farming has gone nuclear. It's no more like what they do in Nigeria. That's what they call mechanized farming, where you use tractors, where you use modern equipment to produce foods for the population. And most of this equipment are being given directly to the farmers by the government free of charge. The government provides incentives, loans, grants to the farmers and conducive environment. Even at the point, if they produce food here, farmers produce food, and the food waste,
This is why
the
I say
government,
Nigerians
they
are
are
lazy.
going to, at the long run, the government
Today,
will
this is why
reimburse them.
I say Nigerians are lazy. Mute there, please.
Wait,
Don't mute
wait, let me finish, Mr. Lee. Let me finish. You can respond at your own convenient time, Mr. Man. You're not making point.
Nigerians are
Allow
lazy
me
in
to
the sense
finish.
that
Allow me to
they would
finish.
not fight for good
Allow me to
governance.
finish.
They
Allow
would
me to
not
finish.
fight for good governance.
Allow me to
Can
finish,
you
Mr. Lee.
allow him to
Allow me
finish?
to finish. You will respond.
If Nigerians, Mr. Mike,
You will respond. Allow me to
no,
finish.
I want it to be interactive now.
Don't interrupt me. No. It's not good.
We will not fight. We will not fight for good
Wait,
governance.
wait.
Nigerians will rather go through Libya,
Wait till
risk
you
their life.
respond. You have right. You have right of response.
Let him speak.
That old man there, that old papa at your back, that old man that is at the end stage of his life. That man has educated you this morning, a young boy like you. That man he flawed you. You should be ashamed of yourself by coming here to defend an indefensible government. What do you want the citizens of Nigeria to do? Few days ago, some people in Kano, in Niger State, they went to the streets to protest, the same protest that you are calling for. What did they get in return? Battalion of soldiers and police were unleashed on them. They were using water, they were using live bullets on them. An election was conducted February last year. An election was conducted. And Nigerians, they trooped out in their mass to go and vote the candidate of their choice. And at the long run, what happened? A corrupt system, an INEC, a corrupt INEC rigged the election, which you know here, your conscience know that that election was rigged. That the man you brought in power, the man you were supporting from the scratch, that he didn't win this election. And what are we getting in return? Bad governance as usual. Now you expect a man that spent millions of dollars to buy mandate to be a president of Nigeria to give you good governance. Honestly, no man who wants to be a good president will spend money unnecessarily to become a president. It can never happen. Tinubu was busy throwing money here and there, buying delegates, rigging the election, bribing the Supreme Court. And every time this same knee, you are one of the people that always come here to say Tinubu will fix Nigeria. Allow Tinubu to fix Nigeria like he fixed Lagos. And he fixed it with their soul now. Why are you complaining? Tinubu is fixing Nigeria. Tinubu beat Nigeria. Tinubu beat Lagos. Tinubu beat Lagos. You don't need to beat Nigeria now. Tinubu cement don't finish. We are still in Genesis. By the time we reach in Revelation, all of you will hear me because people are not yet ready for good governance. Thank you, Mr. Adekunle. God bless you.
All right, thank you so much, Odeze Chima. We appreciate your contribution. All right, we have a few minutes to go, but we just need to quickly give you the opportunity to talk. Chris, right?
Yeah,
How are you doing?
yeah, very fine.
You're welcome on board.
Yeah, thank you.
A long time review on the platform. You're in Lagos today.
I'm Lagos today.
All right, we spoke the last time we met. That's on the platform. I was behind the camera, and you said what is happening in the country needs urgent attention. And when you look at the way Nigerians are crying, lamenting, about hunger, it calls for serious intervention. Of course, although the federal government has ordered that about 102,000 metric tons of grains should be released to Nigerians for consumption. And the government also said that if this lingers, definitely it would allow importation of goods in the country. Now, what do you have to say?
Thank you, Chris. Nigeria government political leaders are the cause of all the problem. They should stop telling us lie. I'm part of the importers of rice too. The question of it is that a bag of rice from Thailand, as at last week, is 15,000 of Nigeria money. A bag of rice, 16 rubber inside. Out of the 16 rubber, once they come to Benin Republic, what they collect for the Republic is small money. As they want to enter Nigeria here, federal government of Nigeria collect 40,000 naira for each bag of rice. Through custom, the Anadiroku. Ship carried 240 trailers. Now, once they collected 40,000 for each bag, 16 rubber is inside. They go to Ilasa, they deduct it to, they remove 4, some remove 5, some remove 6. That's why a bag would be 10.5 or 12 or 9. Because the kind of money they're collecting for their hand. Now you're talking about hunger. Okay, when you collected 40,000 naira for each one bag of rice from the importer, and they bought it from that place, they pay for loading and offloading. The warehouse where you're bringing it here, you are paying landlord for that warehouse. You are paying tax in Nigeria here. How much will you sell the bag of rice to the wholesalers? You have to sell it 50 to 60,000 naira. The wholesalers now will now begin to sell it to retailers. Abi, 55 to 65, Abi. A bag of 72,000 now. Retailer will sell 72,000. Special one at 22,000. That's special. Royal is about 72,000.
Some sell 77,000.
Some sell 77,000. Now imagine you collect 40,000 naira for each one bag. And they will pay for tax again. They will pay for loading and offloading. The money they collect for their hand is too much. From the Buhari government till now. Why the federal government love it like that? Sorry. Why they like it like that? It's because of, they say that they are making too much money. The customers are making too much money for them. Because of the debt Nigeria owe. So for that purpose now, forget they say they want to bring some grains. Do you not need to give Nigeria grains? No. You don't need to give Nigeria grains. If a bag of rice, let me say 18,000 naira, Abi, or 10,000 of Nigeria money, Abi, or 15,000 of Nigeria money, you will buy by yourself. The other will be around 200 naira or 300 naira. You can be able to buy by yourself. But they collect too much money, excess money. That's one car that entered day before yesterday into Nigeria warfare. My friend brought it. Federal government of Nigeria collect 44 million from that car. How much will you sell it in Nigeria here? So the money they collect, the tax is too much. The GSK has left Nigeria to Ghana because of tax. No electricity, no road, no water, everything hard. Now, and you're collecting too much tax for their hand. Lagos State is much. They collect too much tax. How will you sustain life? The problem is that only what to solve Nigeria matter is that splits. Everyone should go. If nobody will suffer. There will be competition on development. This armed robber that rule Nigeria, they've agreed together on what they are doing. They cannot change it again. They are making too much money. I have a family among them. Are you saying now? But another Yoruba said that one rich man, a mix of 20 poor man is a poor man. So in that case now, Nigeria are suffering because of the too much expensive things. Everything is too expensive. Some of these clothes we are bringing down to this country here. If I tell you that production of clothes, some is 20 naira. 20 naira. But they collect 70 million from what here? The money is much. Look at this ball they play now. They are calling us in Ghana, Generator Republic. Now, Ghana. When you enter Accra, Ghana, Accra, Kumasi, you cannot hear generator. Everywhere is peaceful. In Ghana, lights everywhere. Since when I'm there, I never see a light off one day. But the problem here is that Nigerian political leaders, they believe on unleashing poverty, man-made poverty on people, so that people begin to cry and suffer. They begin to enjoy on that expense, which is very bad. So the only thing is that Nigerians should rise up. We want to tell a blind man to leave rain. When they beat a blind man, we leave the rain. Yorubas should rise up. There are people in diaspora should rise up. Let them go. Answer me now. Then Igbos, they're on their own, which are not that within short period now, they will go. Hausa too should rise up. But on this junction, they will not allow what to happen after. My hope is in Federal Republic of Biafra. Biafra will soon emerge. Will soon come to stay. There's something we are doing now. 25th of February, the program will settle. Then we are coming for that level.
All right, thank you so much, Chris. All right, we see how more things to say, right? 25th of February. Let's leave that. Let's leave that.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much. You don't need to disclose it. I know you want to say more things. All right, can we just have you before I go? Yeah, do you understand what you're saying here? You do? Okay, make a contribution before I go.
So what I'm going to say is that
Who will listen to them?
of course, there's so many things going on.
Speak louder, please. Speak louder.
There are so many things going on in the country. You get, but the thing is that one, I don't know what is going on, but I know what is going on. But the fact is that whatever it is that they are doing, they should try, please, mercy for the people that they are just trying to live their life. You don't understand? Okay, now, the thing is that somebody wants to go and buy something now. Something I have been buying for 200 naira yesterday. Now I come today now. You are telling me that thing is 1,000 naira. What do you have to do? I need to go back to my house. Eh? Yes. I went to fill gas. 950. I go back to fill that gas. They tell me it's 1,500. What do I have? A lot of things is going on.
Going on in the country.
In the country, of course, a lot of things is going on in the country. But people are just being like, let us just be adhering. People are adhering, like, people are just adhering. Do you understand? Many things are going on. Bro, okay, the thing, okay, now, another thing now.
Because we have a few minutes to go.
I know you have a few minutes.
Make your...
Okay, now, I have one thing to say now. I want to buy something. I went to that place. The thing is 10 naira yesterday.
And today,
I go back.
it goes up, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now, let me say something. And
All right, you said it before. You still represent the same thing. I understand. All right. Oji, Oyemi. All right, thank you so much.
well, I'll say something.
All right.
People
Hello.
are very angry.
All right, thank you.
People are angry.
All right. All right. All right, it's the 8th of February 2024, and you've listened to what Nigerians had to say on the program. It's been a wonderful edition of Bystanders at News 10. Of course, the platform is widely open for everyone to express his views concerning bordering issues in the society. On this note, I say goodbye to you on today's edition of Bystanders at News 10. Of course, this is Friday, right? TGIF, thank God it's Friday. Let's say it's the weekend edition of this program, and I appreciate the viewers for joining us this morning. Join me tomorrow, Saturday, for another interesting edition of Bystanders at News 10. I remain Michael Adekunle behind the camera. That's my very good videographer, Malik Adeyemi. Thank you so much for doing the wonderful job behind the camera. And to the viewers, please do have a great weekend. I'm signing out, and I say, I love you all. Bye for now.